All right, Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, May 5th. I am looking at this cycle, this drawing from my sketchbook, and I am remembering when I drew this a couple months ago that this was based on, or I was thinking of, the Mace Windu run from the 2D Clone Wars from about 20 years ago with Genndy Tartakovsky. And as I'm about to animate it, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm gonna harken back to that. I'm gonna try and match that same feeling as that cool Mace Windu run. I've seen it several times, and it's just a really cool run. It's backgrounds flying past and the character just running in place, really fast. Smear frame, settle, smear frame, settle. The heel strike, the passing phase, it all happens in like 3 frames, and so I think it's gonna be 1 frame is smear. Well, it's going to be 1 frame leading into the smear, 1 frame is smear, 1 frame leading out of the smear, and then 3 drawings, 3 frames coming out of that, and then settling, and then same thing on the opposite leg. All right, let's see how it all works out. I might change my mind along the way. I might do something totally different, but that's the intention for now anyway. Let's see how it goes. Right. Not bad. There was a point about an hour in at which I realized I was behind, and this was not going to go as quickly as I'd planned. 12 drawings for 24 frames. The bounciness is good. The smear frames didn't turn out nearly as smeary as I had planned. There's those frames with the arms and the legs, just pretty much on 1 frame. I smeared a little bit on the frames after those, but for the most part, it's just pretty straightforward, almost a standard run. Just 3 frames on the ground, or 3 drawings, 6 frames on the ground for each foot. So the 1 foot is actually on the ground for half the time. There are 6 drawings where a foot is on the ground. So it's not nearly as poppy or smeary as I thought I wanted to do it, but when I got in there, this is what I was feeling. It was working. I had to add the stomach lines in polish. You can see in the last 2 minutes there, I was frantically drawing on all those extra spikes there. And when I look at the spikes, they're a little bit poppy, but I like them. It's got a sense of life to it. It's not like, oh, I can follow that 1 spike all the time, because sometimes there are more, sometimes there are less. Pretty happy with how the hands turned out. But yeah, the big cheat that I did halfway through was realizing when I started to run out of time, I'm just going to have to start tracing off the body from the first 6 frames and copying those into the second 6 frames. And same with the legs, and for a great part, similar with the arms. It leads to a bit of repetitiveness in the cycle, but it's that whole thing. How much time do I have? I have 2 hours. How long am I going to take to do this? I don't want to take more than 2 hours. So if that's going to be the case, I've got an hour left after 6 drawings, and those remaining 6 drawings, I might be able to get them done in time, but they are not going to match up to the cycle well. So if I'm going to make it easier on myself to match up to the cycle, I just had to copy those 6 drawings. First 6 onto the second 6, obviously reversing the near arms with the far arms, near legs with the far legs, and totally, not using the face at all, redrawing the head completely. Because I didn't want that sense of just the head ping-ponging back and forth. I definitely wanted something that felt more straight ahead for the head. Overall, happy with it. Yep, it just always a surprise. 30 years I've been doing this, And every time I draw something new or animate something new, there's always some different challenge I find that I come up with, that something new that I try that I haven't done successfully before. And that's what I love about this industry, about this job. You get to keep pushing, you get to keep learning new things, get to keep experimenting, trying things, failing, learning, growing. Yeah, it's a great hobby. It's a great industry. I'm lucky to do this as a job, and 12 down, 58 to go. All right. Thanks for checking it out, everybody. See you next time.